Before we start, we gotta talk about my music. Listen to Your Way. I got some new songs that I'm working on. I got some songs already out. Listen to that stuff. Let's talk about ding dong ditching. I feel like every kid did that at least once when they were younger. And it was fun. You knock on people's doors, you run away, and then you see them from a distance open the door and then look around and they're like, whoa. Like, who knocked on my door? I could have sworn it was, like, my door. Might not have been my door, who knows? The first and only time I ever ding-dong ditched was when I was 12 years old. I was at the park with my brother. We're hitting the baseball around, playing catch a little. He dares me. He's like, yo, go knock on that person's door and run away. So I'm like, okay, bet. Let me do that real quick. So there's condos right beside the park. So I run up, I go knock on the door, and I book it, right? As I'm rounding the corner to go back into the park, there's this old guy, and he yells from his condo. Keep in mind, between the park and the condo, there's like a tiny little river, and then there's like a whole opening, suspiciously right to where he was pointing. So he must have been watching us play catch. He yells at me, he goes, hey, you go apologize to that woman right now, like who lives across the street from him, because he lived across the street from her. So he's like, yo, go apologize to her. So me and my 12-year-old rebellious self sees the guy across the little river, knowing he can't get to me, and I go, of course, let me do that. Obviously, the consequences that are going to follow if I don't are going to be significantly worse, considering you can't get to me and you don't know who I am, So obviously, the only choice I have is to go apologize. So me and my dumb 12-year-old self actually goes up to the door to apologize to the woman. I go, ding dong. Ding dong. No answer. Keep in mind, I actually rang the person's doorbell. I didn't knock. I rang the doorbell so that they could hear it, right? Ding dong. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So eventually, I'm like, okay, I should just leave, right? I shouldn't be here in general. There was no way the guy would have known who I was to, snitch on me to my parents, right? So I knock on the door, and they finally decide to open the door. I look at them, and I go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I made up some dumb excuse. I'm like, my football went on your yard, I was gonna ask permission to go onto your yard, so I rang the doorbell, and then I decided, hey, I'm not actually gonna go and talk to you, I'm gonna get the football and then go, and I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to ring your doorbell or anything, and I start crying. For some reason. They're the sweetest woman I've ever met in my life, and she goes, oh my god, sweetie, it's okay, but our doorbell doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, this is a problem. So now I'm 12 years old and I'm crying on this random woman's doorstep. I feel so bad for her. And then after I'm done bawling my eyes out, right? I go back and my brother is there and he looks at me and he just goes, dude, you're a fucking idiot. So I'm like, yeah, I know, but I didn't realize that until 12 years later. I'm not 24. I didn't realize that until many years later. I'm like, dang, I could have just not gone and apologized to that woman. She didn't even know that I was there.
So that was embarrassing.
And it just gets to a point young kids are stupid. I was stupid. And I'm not saying young kids are stupid, And I'm not saying that I've learned. I've learned from that experience, but I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm still very much dumb and an idiot and ignorant. But, I feel like if I were to do that now, that I wouldn't go apologize because I would have learned from last time that as of right now, I have 100% chance that the doorbell won't work. So most likely, based on the stats, if I go up to that door, the doorbell won't ring. Hypothetically, I could just ding-dong ditch people for the rest of my life and none of them would answer. Now, there was another time about 5 years ago when I was still a young little lad and I'm hanging out with my boy and, we get to a point where we're like, oh my gosh, let's go ding-dong ditch some people. It's going to be so fun. And then we start getting concerned about the legality of it. Why, I don't know. It's not like we'd get caught. And if we did, we're on our bikes, so we just bike away. So we go on our phones and we start Googling if ding-dong ditching is illegal. And sure enough, it comes up, yeah, it's illegal because it's trespassing on somebody's property. Totally makes sense. Tell me why it stressed me out so much that I didn't end up doing it. So that's the only time I ever tried a ding-dong ditch when I was 12 and then the doorbell didn't even work. So I didn't really ding dong, I just ditched. Still a great experience. If you're a kid, I'd recommend doing it. But for the legality standpoint and the police watching this video, I am not encouraging children to trespass on people's property, because that's just completely wrong. But yeah, guys, stream Your Way, YORWAI, on all streaming platforms. My new song Ghost is out. It's been out for like a month or two now. I don't really remember when I released it, but it's released. I'm making some new stuff right now. I'm working on an album, so you guys should like stream that, because that'd be cool if you did that. Maybe next time I'll talk about more Subway stuff. I mean, I had Subway today. And yet again, it was more of an Olympic swimming pool on my paper. Surprisingly, it didn't leak through this time I go on my desk mat. I have a Goose desk mat now. I got it off Temu for $4. It was pretty cool. No, it was $14, so I just lied to you guys and I'm sorry. Yeah, no, like last time it leaked off onto my desk mat, and it was like really sad because there was like a damp spot. I don't really know if the sauce got through because it doesn't really smell weird. You know, it doesn't really smell like sauce. It just smells like a desk mat. I probably shouldn't be sniffing it, you know, because it's off Temu and you don't know where it's been. But it's pretty cool. It's got a little goose on it. Yeah, no, I got Subway this time. This time I learned from my mistakes and I ordered it off the app so I could just go there and pick it up. But I decided to order it as I was walking to Subway, so I still had to sit there for like 15 minutes waiting for my sub, which is kind of insane, waiting 15 minutes for a sub. But I mean, it was a little busy. There was like 3 people in line, so you know, that's busy for a Subway. But yeah, no, the sub was good. Like, I still got the cold cut. I'm saving like $6 rather than paying for a chicken rancher combo, because that stuff's like, what, $16.99? It's kind of insane. But yeah, no, cold cut combo, you know, it's $9.99 plus tax. So it comes out to like 11 or something. I don't really know. What's 1.3%? I don't even know if that's the right calculation. It was like $11 it came out to. So it's not bad, honestly. You know, you get a whole meal for $11. You don't get a combo there because that just like jacks the price completely. You think getting a combo would save you money, but it really doesn't that much. And if it did, it's only about a few cents. So, you know, you get the pop, or you get the soda, or you get the juice or whatever you get it back at home, because then you get that for cheaper. And yeah, it was pretty good. You know, you end up watching some YouTube. My boy was here. It was a great night. I don't really know how that applies to the ding dong ditching, but you know, we got here anyways. Anyways, appreciate y'all for watching. Go stream Your Way, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey y'all, just before I go, you know, since you're still here, if you are still here, probably I'm gonna get about like 50 views on this video, maybe, on a good day. So for the one person still watching, I should probably get a haircut soon. You know, it's getting pretty long. What should I get if I ever do get a haircut? You know, there's multiple options. There's the low taper fade. I heard that's pretty popular about 3 years ago. And that's the only haircut I know offhand. You know, I'm looking like a hippie right now. If I put on some round sunglasses, I look like John Lennon, and it's kind of uncanny. But what do I get? If you guys are still here, comment down below what haircut should I get, and I will come and what the fuck? I was gonna say I will comment. No, you guys comment, and I might get the haircut depending on what it is. Right now, I'm thinking of going for the Abe Lincoln haircut. You know, like the side and then bald on the top. Did Abraham Lincoln actually have that? I don't know. I remember he had like the hair popping out the side, but he always wore a top hat in the photo, so you never really know. But bald on the top, and then like just keep it long on the sides, and we'll see what happens with that. That's what I'm thinking of going for right now. But comment what you guys think I should get for a haircut. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Whoa, just give me a sec. I don't wanna have to keep you in check. You're my life, but to you I'm a speck. Just put the phone down, give me some rest. You got me feeling like I've been in a wreck. Why is it so hard to see the effect? Been up